My name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. Now, click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads, because we're going to talk about tax. Now, when I first started as an entrepreneur in business and all the rest, I was very reluctant with tax, very worried about how it all worked. Because, you're not paying taxes the right amount and not doing it properly and categorising it and reporting it, lead to bigger things, the tax spend and beyond. Problems. Not what I want. So, there was this one time, I was at an event in London, and I overheard the conversation, or someone right next to me said something to somebody else, and they said, just because you got to pay more taxes, it's a good thing actually, because it means you've made more money. If there's a 10% tax, and you made 100 grand, that's 10,000. But let's say it's 10% tax, I mean $1 million, no more. Just because you got to pay more tax, monetary, it actually is a good thing, because it means you've been more successful. But what's interesting with tax is that there's always an accountant. There's always someone to do it for you. Outsourcing or delegating. You don't have to worry about it yourself. And with the right accountant, they can then say, you don't have to pay any tax this year because X, Y, Z or A, B, C. There's ways around it. Just get professionals. I actually, at one point, I was bombastic enough, overconfident enough to say I can learn all this stuff and I'll do it myself the next few years or whatever. And it's like, looking back, I'm thinking, forget that idea. Just pay someone else to do it for you. And I could learn it, and I'm learning some of the concepts about it, but then it's like, no, just someone else do it for me. Paperwork and management and oversighting. No, do it for me. I'll sit back here, do something else and continue my business. I'll focus on the income producing activities, IPA, and someone else can focus on the operations or the tax and all the rest. They'll do that. I can grow the business. They can sort out the tax. There's always somebody else to do it for you. So don't worry about the tax. Don't worry about it. As I said earlier, just because you got to pay more tax is actually a good thing, because it means you've been more productive. And if you enough debt or enough structure or other variables and facets, you won't have to pay any tax, because maybe the company's been underwritten or something, and there's no tax liability because it's all debt. So don't worry about tax. There's always ways around it. And if you know what you're doing as well, you know what tax liability, tax deductibles are, tax reductions. Certain business expenses reduce the tax liability. So there's a massive, because the government really wants you to invest in your company and help you grow it. And if you're taxed on everything, then that's really not helping you. So they're very standoffish, still on your toes in a way, but they're very standoffish, and they're quite, depending on jurisdictions and all the rest, quite lenient with regards to what you can allow as tax deductibles and what you can't allow as tax deductibles. Like in the UK, we have like mileage. I forgot what the numbers are, but we have a certain allowance per mile or something, or per day. I think it's per mile, and then we also have office utilities, all that kind of stuff. So there's always ways around it. Just get someone professional to do it for you, and don't worry about it. And the more money you make, the more tax you're going to make, so more tax you're going to pay. So it's a nice little indicator. It's a lagging indicator of your success, so to speak. So be aware of that. So my question of the day to you is, what are you worried about tax? Why is tax worrying you? To me, it's not really a worry. It used to be at one point. It was like a big hurdle, like mental hurdle, especially. How do I do this, and how does it all work together? And now it's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, cool, get on with it. Just grow the business. Focus on income producing activities, IPA. So I'm not worried about tax at all. But the question is, how worried about tax are you? And remember that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So go out there today and do something remarkable. But in the meantime, however, click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?